how the Edsix Brainlab started?
I'm a very simple guy who has but a big dream. The dream is not for about myself, it's for this world, where when I leave this world, I should definitely have done something that would be making this a much better place. I should give back every single oxygen more than oxygen I have taken, and every single good I have taken, it should be more than what I have taken. So these are the two simple principles on which I'm trying to build anything and everything. And I chose EdTech as the right way, because not just about what I'm going to give back. If this whole concept you can make every child to understand, it's not very easy for adults to quickly understand this principle and change, right? But the beautiful thing about children is that you can make them, if you make them understand, they'll be the ons who can take this much greater than any one of us.
How did this Edsix Labs have been started?
Right. So Edsix Brainlab, it revolves around two major things. So Edsix Brainlab, one, it focuses on higher order thinking skills. The other one is on life skills. So you can sometimes also classify higher order thinking into life skills as well. So if you look at it, one single thing that we focus on is the skills that are needed for life. For example, the thinking, all right, then the emotional intelligence, all right, then the social skills. So these are the three major things I would say that we focus on, and how do you make every single student to be empowered with this, so that they can far more be happier and successful in their life.
So, sir, if we can discuss much more about the products of the Edsix.
Right.
So, what is the product and who is the exact target audience? Like it started from the kindergarten?
Right, absolutely. Yes, we have. See, because when you want to really bring the change, it has to start from catching them young, helping them to understand the importance of all these things and taking it forward. So even before I can talk about the different products, I will give you an idea about why this is needed. Why something called higher order thinking skill is given a lot of importance now. It's nothing different, nothing new. It's what our ancestors used to call it as common sense. That is what is given in a new bottle, right? Nothing more than that. But with the common sense, how you are going to make them? So why is common sense suddenly missing out, right? Why common sense has become uncommon, right? So how do you make it more common again? So that is a challenge as a generation we are facing, right? You may be aware of the Macaulay system of education, which only focused making especially Indians be removed of the thinking, so that they can do the tasks that are assigned by the then ruling people, and execute that in a simple manner, so that they don't ask questions. Unfortunately, majority of the things have not been weeded out effectively, and still rote learning is part of our system. So what we are trying to bring in awareness is which is very well documented in our National Curriculum Framework 2005 and also in the National Education Policy 2019. There they have given a lot of importance to higher order thinking skills and life skills. But unfortunately, as a very large country, you've got a lot of geographical demographics, and so many teachers. You need to train them on, then implement, then monitor. It's not easy to do it. So we have taken the route of technology. Right, and in the technology you have to make it it never should be a push, it should be a pull. So children should be coming for learning rather than we should force them to come and learn. So what we have done is we have created used technology so it can reach every single nook and corner of our country. Number two is make it into a very game based and puzzle based. Right, so puzzle based naturally creates a curiosity in the human mind, in the children mind, and if you create the curiosity, they'll solve it, it stays forever. So that is the pedagogy here. So technology with the right pedagogy, because everybody today wants to have a screen time, but making the screen time into a sensible screen time. So these are the three strong pillars in correlation with our National Curriculum Framework and National Education Policy. We have drafted it in such a way that the innovation is done in such a way that it can impact, and more importantly, when you talk about impact, we should be able to measure how much of change you are bringing into every child. So then it comes the importance of measurement of the outcome, which is very important. Then another very important thing is it personalized, right? Because in a classroom of about 30 children, you should not be giving one content which is the same for every one of them. So the content has to be very personalized. So based on their capabilities, based on their drawback, based on their challenges, based on their learning challenges, you should give the content in such a way that is very simple and easy for them. So that is how the whole content is being taken in, and that is the beauty of personalized learning. So every child will get a personalized content which is different from each one of them, and based on their own capabilities, their own challenges, where they need the help on.
So basically, looking into a child's weakness and strength, the course has been designed.
Right, it helps them. See, and to tell you also why it is important, right? That is another very important question, right? In the 21st century, when so much of technology changes are happening, everybody is talking about like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and machines are becoming more smarter, humans are becoming less smarter. These kind of things. When we are virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, when so many of these things are happening, right? What is that thing you want humans to be always capable of achieving? So what is that? They should be aware, they should be practicing it, so that in the fast changing environment they are not left out. So if the children who are studying today, if they graduate and come out, right, will the same jobs remain? So that's a big challenge. So if you today look into it, you go, there are very many websites, including their BBC has given, where you can find out what are the jobs that are not going to be existing in another 10 years, in another 15 years, what are the jobs robots are going to take. So are we preparing our children for tomorrow, or are we only educating them for yesterday? That's a big challenge. So one or few most important things that are going to be there always is critical thinking. This is what WHO also is recommended. UN is talking about this. Critical thinking, creative thinking, problem solving, decision making, communication skills, intrapersonal skills, emotions, coping up with stress, and coping up with emotions. So these are some of the things that you need to really empathy. So these are some of the things on which you have to train the child on, and make them aware and make them empowered. So this is what we do, right? And in a measurable way, and in a personalized way. So this becomes a bulletproof model. So every child is empowered with what is needed for tomorrow, and they can take on every single challenge that comes their way. They can be taking up jobs, and these jobs of tomorrow need the skills, 10 skills I'm talking to you about now. These 10 skills are needed for almost every single job that is there, going to come also, and which are also existing. So you're making them far more successful. Even if they want to take entrepreneurship, you need to be a creative thinker, you need to be a decision maker, you need to be a critical thinker, you need to be a problem solver. So these are the skills that are needed for every one of us in everyday life, and that is what we get that into them.
So if I can ask, what will be where the product has been reached, right, in all over India, and is it also crossed abroad too?
Yes. See, we have different product for different segments. Kinder Angels is for the kindergartners especially, and Blessed Angels is for special education, disabilities and learning and needs. Right, so this is the other product called Blessed Angel. The third one is all about Skill Angels, which is from grade 1 to 12. And apart from this, these are all the higher order thinking skills products. And apart from that, we have something called the Magical 7 Studios, which completely talks about the life skills. Life skills in terms of emotional intelligence, in terms of coping up with stress, in terms of communication, in terms of basic etiquettes, social skills. All of this gets covered in that. Those are like truly international quality animated content, which is extremely engaging with slapstick comedy. So children can learn right from, for example, today a mother is trying to feed her 2-year-old or 3-year-old, making them watch a TV, and then trying to feed. You don't know what is the impact of that, right? How many violent elements can be in that? So many cartoons today, they are not generally, doing all the good things. If the children are watching those type of cartoons, those type of, elements on the television, it's going to affect the child perennially, because these are their formative years. So we are trying to give a content which is something phenomenally positive, which gives them values, which gives them all the wonderful positive good habits, etiquettes in a fun and happy way. So whatever cartoon today you're watching, it will be definitely one step more happier, more with comedy, more with interesting elements added, and we have created our own characters for that, which are truly international. And today you take it from us, we are going to send all these international characters to the rest of the world. Enough of importing international characters and making our children, blend with. So we are sending the international characters from India with all our Indian values and good things, because today that's what the world needs.